Every day before leaving my house for work, I give my wife and little boy a hug and kiss. Tell them have a great day as I walk out the door. Tell them I'll see them soon. My boy usually runs to the door for one more hug. He watches out the front window as I leave the driveway and begin my journey for work, possibly oblivious to the fact that I'm going to miss him as much as he misses me. When I get home from work, he is usually sound asleep in his bed, dreaming about whatever it is toddlers dream about, probably SpongeBob or choo-choo trains. I live for that moment. My dog greets me at the door. My wife is usually waiting up for me, struggling to keep her eyes open, but coherent enough to tell me about her day. It's that moment that drives me every single day. I'm home, my family is here, safe and sound. For those of you that dare to risk taking that away from me, this speech is for you. If you drive after drinking alcohol, then I'm talking to you. According to MAD, 27 families a day, that's more than 1 an hour, are torn apart because of you. That's 27 dads not coming home from work every single day. I'm going to explain to you that drinking and driving is a bad choice that can change lives. I'm also going to begin with a story involving the Cruy family. I'll then cover some of the facts regarding drunk driving use and mishaps. I'll finish with providing you some alternatives to drinking and driving. We begin on May 25th, 2002. Rhett Cruy, along with his son, 7-year-old Skylar, had just left the Rangers ballpark. Alicia, also known as Mom, stayed at home to prepare dinner. The ballpark was just a short drive from their home. Rhett and Skylar never made it home. Instead of welcoming her husband and her son home, Alicia was informed that a drunk driver, driving the wrong way on the highway, crashed into 11 cars. Rhett and Skylar were killed that night, and Alicia's life was changed forever. The day after the crash, Alicia learned she was pregnant. The family of Rhett and Skylar is not alone. According to Anna Yum law offices, 1 in 3 people will be involved in an alcohol-related accident. Driving while impaired by alcohol is a serious problem. The offenders show a complete disregard for public safety. I believe the penalty should be severe. If you are willing to put others' lives in danger, then you should not be allowed to drive. You should also spend some time in jail, even the first offense. According to the Century Council, research involving repeat offenders of drunk drivers concluded that 80% of offenders believe more severe sanctions for their first conviction would have prevented them from repeating the offense. I believe this is justification for increasing the punishments for drunk driving. If you're going to drink, it is important to have a plan. Also have a backup plan. This may involve taking a taxi or having a designated driver. Taking turns with a friend or a significant other is a great way to ensure you make it home safe. If my wife and I go out, one of us will stay sober. The next time, we'll switch. Look, the bottom line is, have a plan. If that means shelling out a few bucks for a taxi, then so be it. A few weeks ago, all eyes in the nation were on Boston. Tragedy struck as runners participating in the Boston Marathon neared the finish line. Concerned citizens all over the country were glued to their televisions, much like they were in the days and weeks following the events of September 11, 2001. Watching these events unfold in horror, many people lose sight of the dangers they face every day. While terrorism is certainly tragic, it is not likely that any of you will be a direct victim of a terrorist attack. Close to 3,000 people lost their lives in the September 11th terrorist attacks. That's a third of the drunk driving fatalities every year in the United States. If you're willing to notify the police when you see a suspicious package, then how can you justify ignoring a person driving drunk? The answer is you can't. I've told you why you shouldn't drink and drive. I also told you what you can do as an alternative to drinking and driving. If you are one of the many that think it is okay to drive drunk, then shame on you. If you allow someone to drive drunk, then in my opinion you are just as guilty. Not having the moral courage to stop a friend from driving drunk has consequences. These consequences can be life-changing. Don't just stop drunk drivers from me or the Cruy family. Do it for the 3,000 families that are going to be destroyed because of you. Thank you. Have a good day.